Hello students, our next topic is geometrical isomerism. Now we know that isomerism get classified into two types, that is one is structural isomerism and second one is stereoisomerism. Again, structural isomerism is classified into 6 types which we already discussed, and the stereoisomerism get classified into 3 types. First one is optical isomerism that we already discussed and studied, and the second one is geometrical isomerism. Now optical isomerism is restricted for the optical isomers. Okay, optical isomers have asymmetric carbon atom. Now the next classification or next type of stereoisomerism is geometrical isomerism. Now geometrical isomerism is there for the compounds which contain double bond. Now when two dissimilar groups or atoms they are attached to doubly bonded carbon atom, then the compound exhibit phenomenon of this geometrical isomerism, and the isomers they are called as geometrical isomers. Now what they are actually, so suppose we are taking example of compound, that is suppose CH3, C, double bond C, here H. So this is one compound. The name, what is the name of the compound? CH3, CH, C, double bond CH, CH3. So 4 carbon atoms are there. So the basic alkane is butane. 1 double bond is there, so butane becomes butene, and double bond, the position of double bond is second, it is on the second carbon, so we call it as a 2-butene. So this compound is a 2-butene. Now these 2 carbon they are called as a doubly bonded carbon because they are having double bond. So suppose we are having a compound like this which is having one double bond and 2 dissimilar groups are there on each doubly bonded carbon atom. This is a doubly bonded carbon atom having 2 dissimilar groups or 2 different groups. This is again doubly bonded carbon atom having 2 different groups. Now in that condition we may get another isomer like this. Now here this is another isomer of course 2-butene. So these 2 compounds they are 2-butene. Now according to the position of the atoms or group attached to this doubly bonded carbon atom, when the similar groups are on the same side of doubly bonded carbon atom or against the double bond, so you can see here CH3 CH3 for the first compound, CH3 CH3, both the same groups they are on the same side of double bond, and HH they are the atoms, same atoms, they are present on the same side of the double bond, and in that case the compound is called as cis compound. Here when the similar groups they are on the opposite side of double bond, it is called as a trans compound. So what are the name for this compound? It is a cis 2-butene, and this compound is a trans 2-butene. Now in our syllabus we are having the geometrical isomerism of malic acid and fumaric acid. Now the malic acid means CH COOH, CH COH means C double bond C is there. So the molecular formula of this malic acid is C4H4O4. We call it as a malic acid. It is not a malic acid, okay, it is malic acid. Now you can see here, according to the law of isomerism, geometrical isomerism, as the same groups are on the same side of double bond, we call it as a cis compound. So it is a cis isomer of malic acid. We can write another isomer of malic acid like this. So this is a trans isomer of malic acid. Okay, why? Because the same or similar groups are on the opposite direction of double bond. So this is a trans isomer of malic acid, and trans isomer of malic acid is called as fumaric acid. So these two structures indicate cis and trans isomers of malic acid having molecular formula C4H4O4. Cis isomer is malic acid and trans isomer is fumaric acid. Now what are the difference? As the isomers, they are having different structures, they are having many of their physical and chemical properties that differ from each other. So when we consider malic acid and fumaric acid, the melting point of this cis isomer means malic acid is near about 130.60 degrees Celsius, while the melting point, this is of 130.6 degrees Celsius, and this is of the melting point of fumaric acid is nearly 287 degrees Celsius. That is a large or vast difference in melting point. That is only because of the structural difference. Then malic acid is soluble or more soluble as compared to fumaric acid. On reduction, when we reduce the malic acid and fumaric acid, reduction means what? Here we add hydrogen atom. So here when we reduce this malic acid or fumaric acid, what happened? 2H get added here, and now CH becomes CH2. So what we get here? After reduction, both the compound give the same product, that is CH2COH, CH2COH. The name of the compound is succinic acid. Okay, so the first one, there is a difference in melting point of cis and trans isomer of malic acid. Malic acid is more soluble than fumaric acid. The third one, on reduction, both the malic acid as well as fumaric acid give the same compound, which is called as a succinic acid. But the main difference is there again on the dehydration process. Means cis isomer on dehydration gives malic anhydride, means water molecule removes here. Why? Because COH, they are on the same side, so immediately when we heat this compound, this water molecule remove here, and we get the compound which is called as a malic anhydride. The structure for this malic anhydride is like this. So on dehydration or heating, this malic acid get converted to this malic anhydride, but this is not possible. This reaction doesn't happen here because the both COH group, they are on the opposite direction. Therefore dehydration or water molecule doesn't removed here, and therefore it doesn't lead to any product like malic anhydride. So here that is the difference, that difference in chemical reactions, that this fumaric acid on heating doesn't give any reaction. When one reaction is there, when we heat the solution of the malic acid up to 160 degrees Celsius, it produces more stable fumaric acid. Means this malic acid, when we heat up to 160 degrees Celsius, it get converted to fumaric acid, means trans form of the malic acid. Okay, this is about the geometrical isomerism of malic and fumaric acid. Then the second one is the geometrical isomerism of 2-butene. Now, as we earlier already studied the structures of 2-butene, cis and trans structure of 2-butene, the molecular formula for 2-butene is C4H8. We also know the structures. When the CH3 group, they are on the same side. Now you can see here, this is a compound and this is also a compound. This is also cis, this is also cis, because the similar groups are there on the same side, so there is actually no difference in this structure and this structure. So this is a cis compound, and when the similar groups they are on the opposite direction, we call it as a trans compound. So this is a cis 2-butene and this one is trans 2-butene. Now again, due to difference in the structure, the properties of physical as well as chemical properties of these two compounds, they are also differ. For example, the melting point of this cis 2-butene is 139 degrees Celsius and that of melting point of trans butene is 101 degrees Celsius. Then boiling point of cis 2-butene is plus 4 degrees Celsius and boiling point of trans 2-butene is plus 1 degree Celsius. Refractive index is one of the physical property. So refractive index of 2-butene, cis 2-butene is 138 and that of trans 2-butene is 137. And when there is a rotation about carbon-carbon double bond through 180 degrees Celsius, not Celsius, from 180 degree, the cis 2-butene is converted into trans 2-butene. During this pi bond breakage, energy required for this conversion is 40 kilocalorie per mole. So this is all about the geometrical isomerism of malic acid and fumaric acid as well as geometrical isomerism of 2-butene. Now the next comes is the EZ system of nomenclature. Now this EZ system of nomenclature is again a part of geometrical isomerism. How? Now as I said earlier that when there are two dissimilar groups are present on the doubly bonded carbon atom, then we go for cis and trans isomerism of geometrical isomerism. Now suppose if all the four groups are different around carbon-carbon double bond, then the naming of the stereoisomer like cis and trans is very difficult. For example, suppose this is carbon-carbon double bond and these are the groups which are attached to the all the or two doubly bonded carbon atom. Now how can we decide whether it is a cis or trans? It is not possible because not a single atom or group is similar with another one. So all are different. Then how to go for the isomers? So that time we come with the system which is called as capital E and capital Z, that is EZ system of nomenclature, and it is based on the sequence rules which is same as we studied in RS nomenclature. Means we give a priority to atom according to the atomic number. So in that case, here is the suppose compound, and in the atoms and groups attached to each doubly bonded carbon atom. This one is a doubly bonded carbon atom, this is also doubly bonded carbon atom. Then what we do, we give the priority. This is a one doubly bonded carbon atom and two atoms are attached to it. So we give priority to this and this. We know that bromine is having higher priority. So we just mark it as a higher priority. Here for this carbon, two atoms are attached to this carbon. One is iodine, another ido group, another one is hydrogen. So here obviously iodine is having higher atomic number and therefore we give priority to iodine. So here when bromo and iodo both are the higher priority groups, when such kind of higher priority groups come on the same side of the carbon-carbon double bond, then we call this as Z nomenclature. Now what this Z means? According to German, Z means zusammen, and zusammen means together. Which is together? It is a Z. Means when priority groups they are on the same side of doubly bonded carbon-carbon double bond, then it is a it comes as a Z isomer. Suppose we have another isomer of the same compound now. Here again Br and Cl, they are the atom attached to one doubly bonded carbon atom, and out of two, bromine is having higher atomic number, therefore we give priority to this one. Now this is a second doubly bonded carbon atom, and if we have to give priority, we will give priority to this iodo group because the atomic number of this is more. And now you see here the higher priority groups, they are on the opposite directions, and therefore we call it as E isomer. E means what? Again it is called as in German Antigen. Antigen means opposite, and so these are the two configurations which we indicate. Okay, E and Z. E means on the opposite direction, Z on the same direction. E enemy, actually it is not an enemy, it is antigen means opposite, but you can remember like this, and Z on the same side. Now another example is also we are having, that is, suppose this is a compound. Don't confuse it with exactly with RS nomenclature where we give priority 1, 2, 3, 4. Here in EZ system of nomenclature, we just concentrate on one doubly bonded carbon atom and the atoms attached to it. We give priority to along the carbon-carbon double bond. Now, so here one carbon having two atoms, another doubly bonded carbon having two atoms. So we give priority to 1, 2 to this one which is attached to carbon, one carbon, and we give priority 1, 2 to the carbon which is or doubly bonded carbon atom. Okay, or atoms attached to that doubly bonded carbon atom. So here we know that this is a higher priority as compared to hydrogen. Here bromo group, bromine having more atomic number, therefore priority goes to bromine, and as the both priority, higher priority group come on the same side of the carbon-carbon double bond, we call it as a Z isomer. Suppose it is like Cl and Br here, so higher priority goes here, so it is on the opposite direction, that condition we call it as a E isomer. So this is all about EZ nomenclature, system of nomenclature, which also similar, which is similar to which is depends on the sequence rule, which is similar to the RS nomenclature that we use to configure it. Okay, now so here we finish with the geometrical isomerism.